So what do you have for us, Lisa G?
Stern Show writer Benji Bronx says he plans to lose 50 pounds this year after starting the new year, weighing it at 206.5 pounds.
Yeah, I saw that on his Facebook.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah. He comes to life on that Facebook.
Right. He instructed his Facebook friends to only comment if they were black, Hispanic, or Asian.
Yeah, he does a lot of material on Facebook that I don't even understand. I'm in the Benji world because of that Facebook. And he goes, I want to lose 50 pounds. If you want to comment, you have to be black, Hispanic, or Asian. And I go, I don't get the joke. Oh, it's not a joke? Then what was that?
I just wanted, I wanted to see who, like, I just thought it'd be interesting. Like,
okay, all right. We're starting off great this year. I thought it'd be interesting to hear from blacks and Hispanics.
What difference does it
I
make?
don't know. That's a very racist thing. I think he's trying to be funny, personally.
I do, too,
Yeah.
and he won't say that.
No, he's Andy Kaufman. He stays in character. The shtick is really working out well for him. Time to try. Here's your
Nobody
resolution.
knows his character.
Try a new shtick this year. Honestly, I love you, but try a new shtick. Like, try being real.
maybe I'm not into real.
Yeah, but it's not. You spent 45 years working on this persona, and you've gotten nowhere.
No, listen. It was just. It's like when I do something.
Your humor isn't working for you.
I'm not saying it's the funniest thing in the world. I was just having fun.
Yeah, but what is the fun?
I can't explain.
You're having fun
that.
writing that on Facebook and
Yes.
waiting for the responses?
I had fun deleting people that were white.
Okay.
Yeah, you deleted me.
Hey, by the way, at least Benji... Oh, yeah, you wrote in and then...
I wrote something.
And he deleted you.
Poor Lisa. At least Benji's date was normal at the holiday party this year. It was weird. It was like I was waiting for her to act out.
Everybody was like, oh, she's normal.
Based on the chick from last year who was practically, her dress was hiked up and Benji was practically fingering her at the party. Like, this one was kind of normal.
It's a date.
Pretty, too.
She's very pretty, and my last year's was very nice, too.
Yeah, I didn't say it.
Nobody said she wasn't nice.
I kind of missed the one from last year.
Very exciting.
I'll be honest with you. She was fun. By the way, how late did the party go that I threw?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I left. It was still going on.
I snuck out of there.
I left shortly after you did.
I thought
went
you left
to turn
before.
around to say goodnight to you, and you were already gone.
I'm like the Shadow. I'm like the Flash. My super speed gets me out of every situation. I was having a really good time, but I found that I was very tired. I drank a lot, and actually I didn't even drink that much. And it was around 10:30. And Beth said, okay, time to go. And I said, I think you're right. And then I looked around for you, and you were gone. I said,
No,
oh, Robin.
I was sitting talking with John Hine and J.D. and
She what a fun group.
Will. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting tired.
They drained
and I got to
you.
get up in the morning. And so I said, oh, let me go say goodnight to Howard and Beth. And I was informed that you had left.
Yeah, we didn't make any formal goodbyes. How about Ronnie? Ronnie was the goofiest of the party. Like, I got up, like Beth said to me, you should get up on the microphone and say a few words.
Yeah.
So I get up and I said a few words. And I said to Beth, I don't want to say a few words. I don't know why I need to say a few words. The party speaks for itself, and, we're all having a good time. But, all right, so she kept hocking me to get up there. So I got up and I made a speech. Who knows what I said? Just,
Well, you were gracious and nice, yeah.
And then Ronnie grabbed the microphone. No one was looking for him.
Oh, you didn't ask him to do that?
No. And he gets up there and he goes, I wish I had a tape of it. He goes, do you remember it, Lisa?
Just a lot of yelling.
He starts yelling,
Yeah.
and then he goes, and you don't, the whole theme of his thing was, because he's a comedian now, you don't know what I have to put up with this guy, meaning me.
Right.
You have no idea what I have to put up. Toenail and fingernail clippings all over my car.
You're clipping your toenails in the car?
I don't have a nail clipper in the car. I've never clipped my nails in the car. Who knows what the fuck he's talking about? And then I even say to him, what are you talking about? He goes, your toenails and fingernails are all over the place. Who knows? Maybe one time I chewed my nail off and it ended up on the floor or something.
Yeah, but it couldn't have been a toenail, could it?
No. And it was a weird, angry speech about what he has to put up with driving me. And I'm like, you fucking asshole, sit down. What a dope. He reminds me of a certain relative of mine who always embarrasses himself whenever there's a group of people because he drinks too much.
Right.
I'm like, Ronnie, you're so lucky I get your whole thing.
But he always, I don't know, I thought you had asked him to do that.
No, he volunteered to get up and make a speech, and it was just a horrible speech. It's just horrible. And I was like, it's a good thing I have a sense of humor.
But what is it about drinking that makes him all of a sudden think he's a public speaker?
Well, what it is he got in with these strip clubs, and he became this persona.
But how many times have we pointed out to him that it's awful?
It doesn't matter. But wherever he is, he thinks he's opening up a Rick's Cabaret. So he gets up and he starts screaming. It's like, I can't even do it. He's like,
Right, it might as well not be a microphone because he's yelling to people.
He's like, He starts with that, and then he starts making insane comments into the microphone that aren't funny.
And nobody cares.
Hey, Alec?
Yeah.
I hope to have this in the next 2 minutes.
You have it?
Yeah, apparently Doug's got it, so he's sending it over right now.
I love
great.
Doug. Beautiful. You got to hear this fucking speech. This is the.
Because I don't remember. I just remember him yelling.
This is the greatest news I ever got. Doug got it.
Yeah, Doug's always got a recording device on him.
Son of a bitch, I said, don't record anything, and he got it. And now I don't know whether to be angry or happy. When it comes to Ronnie, I'm happy. I mean, wait till you. I mean, it's just the angry. First of all, I have been so good for this guy.
And I do recall thinking, why is he saying those things about Howard?
Because he thinks he's funny. He really thinks he has a sense of humor and he's an entertaining guy because he goes to the strip clubs and all the strippers tell him he's funny.
Play these things every time he does them. We point out how horrible they are.
But he thinks he's onto something, like Benji.
Does he think we're joking?
No. And all he had to do is stay seated.
No, nobody asked him to get up and say anything. And we thought we had cured him after Bubba's wedding, remember?
Yeah.
When we talked about how horrible he was there.
He was the worst at Bubba's wedding.
By the way, the other person who was kind of strange at the party was Jackie Martling.
Yeah, he was odd. It was weird. It was kind of sad, actually. I'm sitting... Oh, that's funny you bring this up. When we get the Ronnie tape, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
We should be commercial-free today. I have too much to talk about. I got to the party, and I kind of said to myself, rather than kind of flitting around, I'm going to try to, whoever I speak with, have a real conversation. Which is why I left at 10:30, because after all that real conversation, my throat hurt. Like, I couldn't talk anymore. I was dry. Like, I never get to talk to Fred. And I vowed when I got over there, I said, I love Fred.
And actually, we were having a really nice conversation, but there's one thing about you I got to say. You turn your back for a second, which I did, and you get deluged by tons of people,
Yeah, it's hard
I
for
couldn't
me,
get back to you.
It's hard for me to have a real I was having a real conversation with Fred, but somebody always comes over and interrupts.
Well,
like Jay Thomas.
That's the curse of being you. Is everybody wants FaceTime with you, and they've got to have
See,
it.
I thought there was something wrong with me that I'm unable to carry on conversation, but I realize it's not me. People really are anxious to talk to me.
They really want to talk to you, and some of them have things to say, and others just want to talk to you.
So one of my goals was to really talk to Fred and have a drink with him because I love Fred.
And it was nice.
And Fred's a great guy, and Fred's been my friend for now 30-something years. And so I really said to Beth, I really want to talk to Fred. I got there, started talking to Fred. 2 seconds later, I'm not talking to Fred. And I don't know when I'm ever going to have this real conversation with Fred, but
next year.
Maybe. It's like the same conversation I want to have with my father, but we never seem to get to it. Either my mother interrupts.
We should have a summit, me, you, and your dad.
Why not? Yeah, just the three of you get together.
There was a day I actually drove to my parents' house where I was going to have a real conversation with my dad. I said, I really want to know things about him. So I get to my parents' house, I sit down with my dad and my mom and talk to my mom and talk to my dad. Then I start this very heavy conversation with my father. And 2 seconds later, my mother goes, I don't feel good. Ben, I need water. So I go, what? I need water? I feel dizzy. Then it all became about her again, and we couldn't. She didn't
completed that conversation.
No, so I have this fantasy that I'm going to get my father alone at some point, which will
I
never
was going
happen.
to say, have you ever just said, Dad, hey, why don't you and I do something?
No, it would hurt my mother too much, and my psychiatrist said that your mother's going to have to deal with it. I said, well, I tried, and she got dizzy.
She knows how to bring you back.
But anyway, with Fred, it's like the same thing. I really had made a plan to and there were people I want, like you, I want to have a conversation, but it's impossible. Because suddenly I'm the belle of the ball.
You are.
I'm
You're
Mr.
Cinderella.
Popular. Yeah, I'm Cinderella. And believe me, as a guy who grew up not famous, I'm the furthest thing from the belle of the ball. I don't know how this all happened. Trust me, I remember many parties where I sat in a corner.
But that whole time you were saying to yourself, everybody should be talking to me. I'm the most interesting one here.
And you
So
were right.
I was walking around, we're having hors d'oeuvres, and the party was great. I have to say, we had tons of food. Everywhere you went, there was tons of food. And to me, you see, this is what I explained. To me, when I go to parties, I can't stand when there isn't food. So this party that I threw, every 2 feet you went, there was a tray full of food. And then you went over and there was a oyster bar, a shrimp bar, a sushi, a this, a that,
They
the
had
other
it
thing.
all covered.
I made
You
sure
couldn't get
Robin
away
had a
from food.
vegetarian.
Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs, which are fabulous.
I tried them.
Place called Lure. My friend John owns it. It's great, and it was a wonderful party.
You must have made them crazy, though, about having something for me, because
Yes.
practically at the front door they gave me.
I said, and please, dear God, consider Robin, for Christ's sake. She got aced out of the McCartney concert. She's got to be considered. Yeah, I made him crazy.
And I said, look, can I take off my coat?
No. Second she walked in, I had them hand Robin a cantaloupe and a broccoli head. A whole head of broccoli and vegetables.
I had so much shrimp.
I said, I want vegetables coming out of her ass. Yeah.
I had so much. I ate so much at the appetizers. I never made it to the buffet.
Right.
Shrimp, sushi, crab legs, mussels, everything.
Fabulous,
It was
right?
unbelievable.
Right.
Unbelievable. All right, go to Gary page 1 in blue.
Oh, the Ronnie.
For
Okay,
Ronnie.
all right. I'll get to that in a second, but I did want to make the point about Jackie Robin
Yes.
brought up. So I'm at the party, and I'm, making sure to talk to everyone. I, of course, invited Jackie. He's part of the channels. And he's there with some new girlfriend.
Right.
Attractive girl.
Very high.
Very nice. And he's sitting in one of the booths because we had the whole restaurant rented out. I go, hey, Jackie. Hey, boss. I'm still boss. Some boss.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I got rid of you. You don't have to call me boss. So I said, I'm not going to blow by Jackie. Jackie always feels dismissed. So I sit down in the booth, and I'm talking to Jackie and his girlfriend. And Jackie says, isn't she beautiful? I go, Jackie, she's very beautiful. Hey, well, look at me. I'm 62 years old. And we're having a conversation. And this was part of my plan, to have real conversation
Right,
with
okay.
people, to make a connection. So I'm talking to Jackie and this. So then Jackie goes, hey, Howard, thank you for sitting down with me.
I know, he always makes you feel like
you shouldn't.
something horrible has gone on in the past.
Yeah.
And thank you for not doing it again.
So I go, Jackie, why are you thanking me? It's embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting with me. Like, he always has a chip on his shoulder.
Right.
This guy, I never could figure him out all the years I worked with him. He always has a chip on his shoulder. Like, in other words, thank you. Normally a guy like you wouldn't sit with me. Thank you for sitting with me.
Yeah.
I'm a friend of his. I worked with him for years. Why wouldn't I be sitting with him? Why would you thank me for sitting with you?
You invited him to your party.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Thanks for inviting me. I didn't expect to be invited. And it's always this. And then, all of a sudden, a Paul McCartney song popped into my head. And this is crazy. The song was, you took your lucky break and broke it in two. And that's all I could think
It
of.
was
The
your
song,
first mistake. You took your lucky break.
It
and broke
was your
into-
first
Too many people.
mistake.
Yeah.
Too Many People is the name of the song.
Yeah.
I would like you to play some of that in a minute.
I think he wrote that about the Beatles breaking up.
Well, too many people, you took your lucky break, you broke it in two. And whenever I think of Jackie now, I keep thinking you took your lucky break and you broke it in two. And I tell you, his lucky break was me and this show. He had a great thing going, and we had a great thing going with him. And he took it and broke, because it's gone.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen again. If the whole planet left, I still won't work
And
with him.
I think he really thinks I'm keeping him off the
Yes,
show.
no, it's me who's keeping him off the show.
'Cause
I'm
that
relieving
was
you
the
of that.
vibe I got when I
Well,
saw him.
No, it's me. I can't put up with it anymore. But why would you take your lucky break and break it in
Break it.
two? When he's sitting there thanking me in the booth, I go, Jackie, stop it.
And he
You're-
makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So you can't stay around him.
No. Oh, I had to get out of there. Well, Ronnie's speech was just
Totally
spectacular.
uncalled for.
And it's so funny because we always tell him how inappropriate he is and how he makes a fool out of himself when he's drunk, and yet he's almost like a Klansman who can't help himself get up at the rally and scream about the N-word and the Jews and the whole thing. It's like he just can't help himself. So, like, I made this heartfelt speech about, I'm so glad we're all together and all this. And then Ronnie got up and just grabbed the microphone. And I go, oh, here's Ronnie to make a speech. And I thought he was going to say something nice. But again, he gets in that strip club mode. Hey, what's this new mustache look, man? I hate it.
Uh-oh, he's got some handlebars.
You hate everything about me, so what's the difference?
Hey, isn't the feeling mutual? Someone said to me, why do you think Ronnie made that speech about you? I said, because Ronnie's jealous and hates me.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
Well, it's true. It all came out.
What's wrong with you, dude?
What a horrible speech you made.
You would have won.
It wasn't a roast, Ronnie. You're trying to be a funny persona.
I wasn't. Listen. You would have won and said to me, go make us.
I didn't tell you to make a speech.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
You were standing there. Look, I said, you want to make a speech? Go ahead.
Dude, we were standing all the way in the back, and I was talking to you, and you go, well, I think it's time I make a speech. He goes, I think you should make one, too. You should come up. I'm going to call you. I go, no, dude, I'm not going to do that this year.
I don't remember
I'm not
that.
Involved. What?
And I wasn't drunk. You were. I had one drink.
So that I only had 2 drinks when I saw
You mean you weren't drunk when you made this speech?
No.
This is a sober Ronnie?
Yeah. Listen to this speech. This is the most amazing
you're
speech.
so full of shit.
Well, the people listen to it. Maybe I am full of shit. We're gonna find out.
You told me to make the speech.
We got the. Well, did you have to make that speech? Let's say I did tell you to make a speech, which I.
Saying something nice about somebody.
I got a persona because of a strip club. Stop it now,
dude.
What is
you
this?
have a whole personality that you put on.
Howard.
Please stop it now.
What would have been wrong with saying, you know what, Howard and I have had a pretty good 25-year run. He's my friend, and
it's a great party, and
all of you here are a friend, but you always have to be the court jester. Now you got the mustache of a court jester.
I didn't want to make a speech. You would have wanted to told me to make the speech.
Well, you certainly made one.
Okay.
The truth came out.
Oh, yeah, the truth came out.
You had to do it.
Okay,
Well, you chose what to say.
Shut up, you.
No, I wrote this speech.
I had to help you up the stairs. You couldn't even walk.
You heard
what are you talking about?
You heard of Johnny Carson? This is
She
Ronnie.
had a good time. She was so drunk. She couldn't. You were gone already?
Yeah.
You had to see her leaving the place. She was falling down the stairs.
Full of
Really?
He's out of his mind. He's standing on the stairs. When you walk out, you can't get around.
Right.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Robin, you heard of Johnny Carson? This is Ronnie Carson.
I had to help her into a car.
He
Come on.
did not do anything.
Yeah,
Did you see how he doesn't even? He has his perceptions
Yeah,
wrong.
like I walked up the steps and said, "Oh, what are you doing standing out here?"
I mean, it was a lovely party. That's some
It was
speech.
great. I said it was a great party.
Listen
Thanks
to this
for coming
speech.
to my party.
Here's the speech. Yeah, that was the other thing.
Thank you, boss. Yeah.
There's that yeah thing he does. He does that everywhere. You know what it is? He goes to these strip clubs.
Right.
And they he thinks he's going over the footlights.
But you know who he is? He's Hank Kingsley.
Right.
Who's that?
Those who need to know, no. You don't need to know. From Larry Sanders.
Okay,
all right, here we go.
Never was.
25 years I'm with this man.
5 years I'm with this man.
25.
No, 25 years.
25 years I'm with this man.
I don't know how I did it.
I don't know how I did
Yeah,
it.
you're so horrible.
Farts in the car.
Farts in the car.
He cuts his nails in the car.
Cuts his nails in his car. He's been going around saying that forever. I don't even have a nail clipper anywhere near your car. Where do I clip? Why do you keep telling people I clip my nails and fart in your car?
I don't know.
That's
I
what
made it up. I made it up.
Well, I don't know. Do I clip my nails? I've never clipped my nails in your car.
Okay.
Maybe I bit a nail off one time.
All right.
You find nail clippings all the time in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know how they get there, dude.
Okay. All right. My persona. I made it up.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who would make something
I don't
like
own
that
a nail
up?
clipper in your
Who
car.
Would make something
I don't
like
have
that
a
up,
nail
dude?
clipper. I don't have a nail
Yes,
clipper.
you do in your little bag. You have a nail clipper.
Go find one. If you find one now, I'll give you $500.
So every day in the car, he takes it
I
out.
didn't say every day. Did I say every day?
So how often do you find these toenails or
tell me.
or
I
fingernails
don't know. Once in
your
a
car?
while.
That's amazing to me.
Once in a while.
Okay. You find nail clippings once in a while.
I'll
back
save them for you next time.
Please do.
I will.
When's the last time you saw them?
I don't know exactly. It's been a while.
How many years? Or weeks?
Not years. Not years.
Like what? A day ago? A week ago?
No, maybe 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's amazing.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, boss. Yeah.
By the way, the reason you don't get in the car anymore is because I retired you
Okay.
with your security business, where I'm the only client.
All right, calm down.
How many clients you got in that security business?
Few.
No, me. Period.
All right. Just
Who else?
Okay, don't worry about it.
Me.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Okay.
Well, now I'm really confused. He finds all this stuff in the car, but he doesn't drive you.
Right. But he must examine the car.
I drive him.
Well, maybe somebody else is clipping their nails back there when you're not in the car. You ever think of that?
Like who?
I don't know.
Nobody else is in the car except you.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
the other
know.
driver.
I don't know
I'm
either.
moonlighting.
Maybe.
This is some speech.
Oh.
You got a personality
Dude,
like a mole rat.
You asked me to make the fucking speech, okay?
I just want to thank everybody for coming to my party. It's been a great night. It's going to be better. Right, Brian? Yeah!
What is that?
That's Brian.
That's his personality.
No, that was Brian.
No, that was you and him going at each other like
Okay.
two caribou.
All right.
Yeah, it sounds like mating. I wish an animal.
It's mating called
I
retards.
wish an animal had come up and bent him over.
It's the yell of a married guy out for the night. That's his old married guy persona.
Sorry I had fun.
We have a very special guest here tonight. Get up there again. Bubba the Love Sponge wife is here.
Ronnie was very impressed with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Yes.
Heather was
The
there.
beautiful Heather.
Beautiful Heather.
Stand up and take a bow. We haven't seen you in a long time.
All the people, that's who he was zeroed in on, Bubba's wife.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did you take her over to Rick's Cabaret?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Or you did and you're just not saying?
No.
Then why are you making that
look?
I'm
face?
saying no.
You took her over
Did not.
the next night, didn't you?
Did not.
She told you not to tell Bubba?
I didn't take her anywhere. I didn't take her
Did you
anywhere.
meet her somewhere?
No.
Did you meet her at Rick's Cabaret?
No. No.
Mr. Rick's over there.
Yeah, Mr. Riggs.
Everybody have a good time.
That's the Ronnie speech. Everybody have a good time.
Everybody, let's dance.
He hates my guts.
I don't hate your guts.
Of course you do.
What's wrong with you?
You don't know you do? You're not in touch with that aspect of you?
Oh, my God, man. You are psycho, aren't you?
No.
Why would you say such a thing?
What is
After listening to this speech, what would you say?
I don't know how I put up with this guy 25 years.
Oh,
and
it's a
far-
joke. Come on. What's wrong? What is
There you go.
wrong with you?
Ronnie Carson. There's your
It was
personality.
a joke. Everybody heard you say to me, I said to you, I didn't want to make a speech.
Okay.
Okay?
What's the difference?
And everybody
You make a
heard you
speech.
say to me,
Get up and say
get up
something
there and make a
nice.
speech.
What is your new mustache about? Fu Manchu?
I like it.
What is it? When you have time off, you just start growing hair?
Look how
Yeah, I'm growing everything.
Look how sculpted it is. It's so sculpted.
That's right. I'm Hulk Hogan now.
Yeah, it's like that.
That's right.
With a what do you call it under your lip? What is that called?
The soul patch.
Soul patch.
Exactly.
And Fu Manchu.
And don't forget the sideburns.
Big
dude.
long sideburn.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, he's doing all kinds
Country
of
Western now.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, man.
You know, you
Country-
look like Billy Bob Thornton.
Good. I don't get you, man. I really don't.
You
Why
should
you
have been in
breaking my
True Grit.
balls for?
I'm going to do a remake of True Grit. Third remake with him. He's going to be Rooster
Yeah, it's going to be
Cogburn.
called True Shit.
Okay. All right, get out of here. Never make a speech again
All right.
in front of me. All right, thank you. There's Ronnie, the limo drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say dildo.
Yeah. How do you make that noise? Good Lord.
Howard, you know, him and Brian, I don't know what they have going on,
Nothing.
but at my book party, that's how they had been out drinking for like 2 hours before. That's how they entered, with those noises.
It's great.
Hey, nice start to the new year, right?
Of course.
Do you feel
it's coming.
Do you feel he exaggerates the truth?
You know it's exaggerated.
Well, I mean, there's tape. I mean,
so what?
there's tape of you
So what? I don't care.
carrying on and being
I don't
ridiculous.
Care. I don't care. Watch the wall, man.
Oh, I'm still good.
Yeah.
By the way, I really do love Jack and Rod with using my Dick Clark lotion.
Yeah!
My new thing.
Keep the noise down in here, will you?
So it seems like every time you make a speech, Howard seems to have a problem with it. He doesn't like the way
I
you...
didn't want to make a speech. Let's get that straight, number one. Okay?
Okay. You didn't want to make a speech, but you did.
I told him. He asked me, make a speech. I go, no, I'm not doing that. He goes, go ahead, don't worry about it.
So he kind of suckered you into this?
Yeah, of course.
But he doesn't like the fact that
And you know
have
where else
this...
he did that to me? He did that to me at Jason's wedding. Same thing.
And then he sandbagged you on the air?
Exactly.
Now, his criticism doesn't seem to be so much as... It doesn't seem to be
Yeah, what is this? I hate him now.
Well,
what's that
It seems like he feels as though you put on a persona when you get on stage. You have this party guy persona, like when you make appearances at various strip clubs around the country.
Gary.
Whoa. Hey.
Hey, Giants lost.
But
They're done. Get the hat off.
But you know, when you get on stage, it doesn't seem like he has a problem with you actually making the speech per se. It's the way you carry yourself once you're up on stage.
I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be on. I didn't want to make a speech. I wanted to be at the party. That was it. I didn't want to make a speech.
So you're a reluctant, grandstander. You don't want to be up on that soapbox, but you inevitably end up there.
Whatever.
So you're against your will, and you're just adapting. You're trying to do the best you can.
Whatever. I didn't. It wasn't my idea. Okay.
But do you think there's something subconsciously in your head
that you keep rambling on, don't you?
I'm commenting on some of the things Howard theorized about. I mean, do you feel as though subconsciously you feel like you have to get the party started, or
no? Not
maybe.
At all. Obviously, he thinks I got to get the party started.
And this feeling that you hate him or that you resent him.
I don't hate him. How does he dare say that?
You're the opposite of that. You love him.
Exactly.
So much so that you, every time he goes on break, you like to change your look up for him. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
perhaps,
for him.
Perhaps dye your
I want to
beard.
bring attention to myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Change up that beard. Maybe, the facial hair patterns.
Right. Okay. We're done. We're done now.
Steve, you've probably covered many press conferences and seen people speak in public and in a public forum.
That wasn't a public forum. It was a private
I'm just
forum.
saying, does Ronnie have what it takes to really MC and really lead and grandstand and carry on? Does he have that type of stage persona?
Tell him your favorite line. Go ahead.
It is no secret that I love listening to Ronnie. And at that beautiful party, Ronnie was one of the highlights for me. I love listening to Ronnie. I could listen to him read the phone book.
There you go. That's his famous line.
Now, why do you get such a kick out of Ronnie's...
He makes me laugh constantly.
And that's what a true MC or a ringleader like Ronnie should.
Ringleader, I like that.
When he's given the mic, when he's given the floor, that's what he should do, right?
He's just unbelievable. When you listen just now on the show, if you cut up the sound bites from him, it's magic. It's gold.
You hear that, John? It's gold. What's gold? My speeches, they're gold. Anything I say, according to Steve on the air, it's gold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You come and wrap up today?
I'll try.
Please. Right. That's gold.
So you're saying in a way you're kind of like the King Midas of public speaking.
Oh, he's
absolutely.
He's the best. Every time Ronnie comes on, when I'm in the back room there listening, I stop.
So why don't you think Howard understands the true gold that Ronnie possesses?
He does understand, you idiot. Why do you think he puts me on, you fool?
But this is why I wanted to bring my recorder. You understand? For you.
Well, obviously somebody did record it, so.
And you didn't break their shit.
I don't know who it was.
It was Goodstein.
Of course it's Goodstein.
Yeah, it's Goodstein. Yeah.